What's the worst crossover you've ever seen in your life? For me, it was the Spyro and Crash crossover where they both went into each other's worlds and tried to defeat each other's villains. I'm pretty sure I got the Crash one, and even as a 5-year-old child, I've never really been more disappointed in a video game in my entire life. But today, we're gonna look at the Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh crossover that you forgot, which I didn't forget, I just never knew that it existed in the first place. This is the Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh crossover that you forgot by Gator EX. I asked if I could react to the video, and he was like, yes, and I was like, awesome.
We've all seen the memes posted for nostalgia clout, but it's interesting there's always been a desire to either pit these two against each other, or have them cross over in some way. While we've never really gotten anything technically official, there is one weird thing I want to talk about.
What is this?
Let me tell you about Kids WB. This was a programming block in the United States that aired all the good stuff owned by Warner Brothers on Saturday mornings. Looney Tunes.
I actually love crossover animations like this. I always think it's really fun when you have like a multiverse of cartoons and they can all interact with each other in different ways. Like, do you remember that Jimmy Neutron and Fairly Odd Parents crossover where they went into each other's worlds? I thought that was awesome.
Batman, Scooby-Doo, Teen Titans, and so much more. But most notably, they aired anime dubbed by 4Kids Entertainment, like Pokemon and
Which is cringe.
Well, now
Okay, 4Kids dubs are so bad. I looked at the One Piece 4Kids dub and it's the worst thing I've ever seen in my entire life. I wanted to snap my own neck when I was watching
some
it.
fans will look back on 4Kids.
Look at that! Look at that! They replaced the guns with pointing fingers. I don't know, replace it with a baton. Or something. Some weapon of some kind.
With disdain, some credit should be given for introducing us to these shows at all. Anyway, this is where both Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh aired alongside each other from 2001 to 2006. And this wasn't just a television block with a lot of shows. Kids WB would
Early
often
Yu-Gi-Oh
air
was something
crossover
else. Was that
commercials
meme?
and have themed weekends, where characters were cut out of their respective shows and brought together, often with original voice acting. Cartoon Network also did this with their Cartoon Fridays block and their CN City bumpers. But I will argue that Kids WB did it better.
Dude, this is bringing me back. Was that Mucha Lucha or something like that? And the other one, I can't remember what his name was, the character. This is bringing me back. Is that a Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon fighting a swan?
Most unhinged commercials I've ever seen. These were wacky, but the fact that all of this effort
Is that
was put in
Osmosis
with
Jones?
the editing, the backgrounds, 3D assets, and again,
It is. It's like, oh, dude, this is so insane. I've never seen this in my life, but I wish I had now. I really do.
Special. It all
Stack
took place
Shock.
on a cartoon-styled version of the Warner Brothers studio backlot. I assume this implies that all of these characters exist outside of their respective shows as actors and film everything here. Either way, this is a pretty genius idea as a setup because you can
Bro, that's a Meowth doing the Naruto run.
These kids just coming in from live action and having fun here as well. I have talked about some of these in the past in themed Christmas videos, but why not take a look at a few that bring Ash and Yugi a little closer together. One fine summer, we had the privilege of watching the Way Out of the Way road trip, where characters from Kids WB were split.
Are they in this? Bro, are they in the Mystery Machine with a fucking sock riding
into three groups and traveled across the United States to explore some landmarks. Seeing all these.
What is this? The Mystery Machine with Yugi, Scooby, Ash, the grandpa from Jackie Chan, Shaggy, the daughter from Jackie Chan, or the whatever, a sock, Pikachu, and then a bald man in the back.
Inside the Mystery Machine is crazy enough, but
it's the Avengers.
It was a sweepstakes, and it appears that one of the prizes was a t-shirt themed after the Way Out of the Way road trip. Because these commercials
Where's
are
the
so
sock
old,
from?
The exact design is a little hard to make out, but it looks like Yugi is here on the left, and if he's there, I would assume either Ash or Pikachu are there as well. Let me know if you can make them out. If they are, then that makes this an officially licensed crossover t-shirt. The real question is, who won any of these, and do they still have it? Most of the road trip commercials
I want that
are just the
t-shirt.
characters interacting with whatever landmark
Oh no, it
they come
comes.
across, but we do get to see some Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh characters together, like Joey and Pichu of all characters. Send this screenshot to a friend and see what they say. Ash and
Hey, I'm Joey Wheeler. I'm watching two children juggle. Look at them fucking juggle over here. Hey,
each have their own
Joey
short
Wheeler.
bumpers.
You're watching a Kids WB Way Out of the Way road trip.
You look sad. You good, Ash? Everything all right at home?
Kids WB Way Out of the Way road trip.
That animation needs a better work, guys. I'm
There
gonna
was
be honest.
also the Turkey Day Food Fling, which had characters divided into two teams, one of heroes and
Mighty
the other of
Mashers?
villains. The Crunch Bunch featured both Ash and Yugi, while the Mighty Mashers had just
Chat, which team are you on? The Crunch Bunch or the Mighty Mashers? I want to be on the Mighty
James
Mashers.
and Kaiba.
It's just
Each
got
segment
Seto
just had
Kaiba.
them launching gross food in weird ways, and while it's a fun time, the focus is really on the wacky shenanigans of everybody all together. There isn't a
Why
whole lot
is
specifically with the
Jackie Chan just looks at them. He's just like contemplating his entire existence in the back.
Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh characters. There was also, of course, the Holiday Sock Party, which, like I said,
You say that like everyone should have known that. There was, of course, the Cartoon Network sock party, as we all know.
discussed in a video. But once again, it contains numerous segments with the entire
Is that
cast of
sock
Kids
dueling
WB,
Seto
with Pokemon
Kaiba?
and Yu-Gi-Oh characters appearing together a handful of times. Specifically at one point, Ash is watching a duel between the Sock, which was a running character, and Kaiba. But now we can move on to the events focused around Yugi.
Yugi! I'm dueling a Sock, Yugi! I'm training to become more powerful than you, Yugi! And only this Sock has the training that I need!
Like Yugi's Tips and Tricks training camp.
Do you want to learn how to duel? Yeah! Good, because now's your chance in my Duelin' Tips and Tricks training camp. For one entire Saturday, my camp counselors and I will be revealing some of the game's best strategies, such as when to play a trap card, how to read your opponent's mind, or how to style your hair. Let me help you with that.
Oh my god.
Like, thanks.
All will be revealed. So don't...
Why does he not have trousers on anymore? I feel like Ash should maybe have not been pantsed in this scenario.
Yugi's Duelin' Tips and Tricks training camp this Saturday, beginning at 8, 7 Central and Pacific on Kids WB.
How did I not know this
Segment,
existed?
Yugi would spend some one-on-one time with different characters.
Shaggy is dueling and he just played a magic card that is a tomato. What is going on?
And now we get the battle of the century as Yugi tries teaching Ash how to duel.
Time for more of Yugi's Duelin' Tips and Tricks training camp. Card choices.
All right, Ash, I've played a magical hats card. Now what card might you play?
Should I play Karibo?
No?
Oh my god. Should I play Karibo? No, you fucking idiot. You ingrate. Have you not learned a single thing in my training card camp?
What card would you play? You have to think quickly in these situations, Ash.
Charizard! I choose you! That's what I would play.
Oh, I see.
What is going on? Why did I never know this existed? This is the greatest thing I've ever seen in my
Stay
life.
tuned for more of Yugi's Duelin' Tips and Tricks training camp right here on Kids WB.
That was the greatest 30 seconds of my life. Like, it's all downhill from here. I've peaked.
Well, it was only part of a tutorial, and Ash never even played a card, so I'm not sure if this counts as a win.
No, he did. He played Charizard, okay? It requires 2 tributes, and it has 3,000 attack. Its special effect is to destroy all enemy monsters when it hits the field, okay?
But it's hilarious and actually has both of them acting in character. If Ash and Yugi actually met each other, I think they'd be friends and just really want to...
Technically, if you burn the other player's cards, they can't play any cards. Ergo, Ash made a really good play there.
battle or duel each other for fun. There was also the Halloween Duel of Screams, which actually ran for 2 years in a row, but it's hard to find any recordings of it. The one I did find was a camera in front of a TV screen, but hopefully that gets the point across. This was a
Scooby
tournament
versus
loosely
Uncle-
inspired by Duel Monsters, where characters would face off against each other using cards of screaming children to create the scariest scream. Look,
Oh, yeah, of course. Yeah, so how did this meeting go? They sat down and they're like, all right, Jonathan, what is your idea? And he says, well, okay, it's going to sound a little bit weird, but bear with me. What we're going to do is we're going to take some submissions from the kids. And it's like, okay, well, yeah, that sounds like a good idea. So we want the kids to stand in front of a green screen and scream like they're in horrible, horrible pain or maybe being kidnapped or something along those lines. And then we'll take those screams and we'll put them inside of playing cards. And then we'll have Yugi duel other characters with those playing cards. And that's my idea. And they thought that was really good, apparently.
I know that sounds insane, and it is, but anyway, the tournament bracket works out in such a way
No, it
that
sounds
we get
completely
another
normal.
duel between Ash and Yugi.
Now I've got my 2 best scream cards. Go Mario, go eat!
Go Mario! Mario is being played by Ash in a duel against Yugi, of course. This is so good.
My magic cloak card makes one of your cards disappear.
Huh?
Jack,
Did that kid just die?
Yugi wins. Stay tuned.
This is making me very uncomfortable.
Final duel is just a scream away on Kids WB.
This time, Yugi wins and even goes on to win the entire
Dude, did they just kill that child? What?
tournament. Might be rigged, but apparently he didn't win last year, so I think this is more to make up for that. But anyway, I guess we finally have our answer to the Pokemon vs Yu-Gi-Oh debate. Ash would beat Yugi in a Pokemon battle, but Yugi would beat Ash in a duel. Wow, both of these anime have different power scaling, what a surprise. Though it seems like as the years went on, they either became more generic crossovers or Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh characters fell out in favor for distinctly Warner Brothers owned IP. And near the end of the programming block's run, there were even less crossover events. Nowadays, the Pokemon franchise keeps to itself except for Super Smash Bros. and the occasional Japanese-only promotion.
Don't worry, it'll be in Fortnite eventually.
Yu-Gi-Oh only crosses over with other properties that also originate from Shonen Jump. But I just want to say that means because we have Goku, Naruto, and Deku in Fortnite, Yugi is not too far
Yes!
off. But for the
Wait,
few
yeah,
years we had,
yeah.
I am so surprised it all happened on Kids WB. After taking a look at these crossover commercials, I think this was a major reason we often wanted to see these two franchises go at each other, because they were so closely related to each other in the US. Of course, over in Japan, the anime were created by different studios and aired on different channels, but in the rest of the world, they would air one right after another on the same station, and were both dubbed in English by 4Kids Entertainment. Because of this, they even shared voice actors. Dan Green
They even shared horrible, terrible substitutions and
voiced
censorships.
YuGiMuto and Professor Birch as
Dude, Dan Green is okay, wait. He's pretty good. He's a pretty good voice actor. My favorite voice actor of all time, Eric Stewart.
well as several other Pokemon characters, like friggin' Entei and the Iron Masked Marauder. Veronica Taylor played Ash Ketchum, of course, and in Yu-Gi-Oh! 5Ds, she was Carly Carmine. Eric Stewart voiced Seto Kaiba and Brock
That's
as
my
well as
guy.
James.
That's my guy. He's
And
awesome.
Lewis voiced Bakura and Jack Atlas, as well as Tracy Sketchit and Giovanni. Maddie Blostein voiced Solomon Muto and Meowth. Tara Sands played Mokuba Kaiba and Richie, as well as young Samuel Oak. Amy Birnbaum was Taya Gardner and Max. Those are
There's
just to
so
name
much
some of the
crossover.
main roles, but no doubt they shared even more voice actors. So the only time Pokemon
But why did you replay the clip of him getting pantsed again?
and Yu-Gi-Oh! Really crossed over was thanks to 4Kids and Kids WB. I'll try to leave links to some playlists or compilations so that you can witness the pure insanity for yourself. But otherwise, it's so fun to seek these out and discover what's been preserved all these years. This was such a fun video to make and was actually the result of a collaboration between myself
That was
and the
awesome.
Twitter account Pokemon Commercials, which is run
Yeah, this was run by Gay Eric Speed. But hold on, this is run by
and also
it's run by you. It's a collaboration between me, myself, and the person I refer to as Gator XP. That was an awesome video. I'm so glad I watched that. That was really funny. Honestly, that was absolutely hilarious. Make sure you subscribe to Gator EX because they're going to do a lot of videos, I guess, along these lines, and they're going to make a lot of good stuff in the future. So also make sure you subscribe to the second channel if you haven't already.